Hello everyone, welcome to the Cosmic Haven Tarot. I'm Callie and I'll be giving your reading today. So first and foremost, let's sit back, feet planted on the floor, hands on our thighs, maybe rub them. Give yourself a moment to relax and really set an intention for this reading to receive what is of your highest good for this week. Now take a breath in, calling your guides, your angels, your ancestors, whatever resonates with you. All right, and now going into this wonderful new year. Today is December 31st. We're getting ready for that. So let's just use the Work Your Light Oracle deck to see what light you're going to rain upon this 2024 new year, all right? So we have got the Crumbling. And this is probably just because it's the last day of the year going into the new year. So really take time, especially today, to let go of things that no longer serve you within this year that you don't want to bring into the new year. And I'm getting for a lot of you, it's a lot. This year has been all about healing childhood traumatic events, perhaps feeling very neglected and alone all your life. And because you are an empath, because you have these intuitive abilities, you might be alone or you might be an old soul, and that's okay, but shed that belief that you're alone. So really go through your years upon this earth and look at instances where you are not alone, where you might feel alone, but then all of a sudden a helping hand comes along and drags you from the muck, or you are guided somewhere and then you meet a tribe, and you might not stay there forever, but they give you the fulfillment that you require to know that you are being supported and divinely guided each and every day. So shed the loneliness, acknowledge it, because it is real, it is emotional, and it is really hard to get through when you feel alone, especially, after 2020 and all of this chaos upon the earth. Lots of people are really feeling alone. But once you begin to shed this and decide to connect with your soul and reach out to people and be willing to ask for help, to ask for support, to talk to people, then you're going to build your community, then you're going to build your soul tribe. So let go of this loneliness, acknowledge it, love it, and let it go, because in this coming up year, you're going to start meeting your tribe, you're going to start connecting with people and really building communities. And it's the small communities around the earth anyway that are really going to be the foundation for this new, lighter, freer, more peaceful earth. So let that go. And now for our journey, since it is a journey, I decided to use the Lord of the Rings tarot deck, which is my new baby. And I love it so much, and it's beautiful. So if you guys are tarot collectors, really tap into the Lord of the Rings, because, oh my gosh, just the artwork is phenomenal. And even, you look at the cards, and there's always hope within these Lord of the Rings cards, and I think that's very important. I mean, for those of you who have read Lord of the Rings or have watched the movies, there's always that layer of hope, even in the darkest of times. So that's a really beautiful deck to have when you are especially feeling down and like there is no salvation for you. All right, so the Queen of Swords is coming up, and so I got a lot of, you're not taking time to really filter your thoughts to cut through, and that's okay. So a lot of thoughts, and this is in reverse, a lot of thoughts are coming to you, a lot of feelings. We're just about to get out of Mercury retrograde. We just had our full moon in Cancer, and we're getting ready for this new year. So everything is coming to the top and it seems overwhelming, and you're like, oh my gosh, how do I process all these thoughts? How do I heal this and let it go before the new year? And really, you just have to sit there and be with them at this time. And yes, it might seem like a lot, but go out into nature, disconnect from the internet, and talk to these thoughts and realize that, half of these thoughts aren't even yours. You're picking up on them, especially if you're going to family events or working the holidays, and you're picking up all these thoughts, all these emotions. So take time to clear the clutter. Take what's yours, discard what isn't yours. Call in your power, call in your soul, and say, I call all my energy back to me in the most purified form, and anything that is not mine, I return to sender with love. Because coming into this new year, you want to be your fullest self. You want to have clarity. But for right now, all these thoughts are really bogging you down, and these concerns. How is the future going to go? What am I going to do this upcoming year? I want to advance, I want to grow, I want to expand, but what are the steps I'm going to take in order to do that? And the first step is always clearing your mind. The first step is always grounding. The first step is always letting go of thoughts that aren't yours and calling in the thoughts that are going to bring you expansion, bring you abundance, and bring you fulfillment. So really take time to settle in, pause, breathe, and let go of the thoughts that don't serve. Then we got temperance, and so really bringing this balance, bringing the mind, the body, and the spirit together. And so take time. This is a deep time, especially this first week. Don't rush into things. Take time to meditate. Take time to set a game plan, to set a foundation. We're still in the depths of winter, all right? So this is all about the stillness. This is all about the planning process. It's pre-sowing seeds, okay? Spring is all about sowing the seeds and allowing them to grow. But this is really the incubation stage. And so allow yourself to settle in and start thinking and start processing, okay, what am I going to do? What steps am I going to take in order for my life to expand? And a lot of you are going into business. You no longer want to work these 9-to-5 jobs. You want to do your own thing, which is great. So take time to think about, okay, what connections do I want to make? What kind of business do I want to have? What financial game plan am I going to have for myself this upcoming year? And really write it down and write your mission statement, write your business plan out. If you don't know how to write a business plan, look it up. There's a lot of YouTube videos on looking at business plans, because once you have that intention set and it refined, then you're going to be able to build off of that foundation. But for now, don't start rushing, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to buy all these things, I need to connect with these people, I need to connect with these companies. No, first you sit yourself down and make a plan. And then when you have that foundation, then you send it out to the people you want to connect with, because then once you have this solid plan, they're going to see that you're serious, that you're passionate about this, that you're willing to work towards your goals. And they're going to want to work with you because they see that you're dedicated, you're motivated, you have, your steps all lined out in front of you. And it's a maturity thing too, a sense of groundedness that you are going to be responsible and reliable and easy to connect with. So really set that game plan. And then we have the Hanged Man. So and it's in reverse. So your mind is going to want to go, 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 go. You're fighting this need to surrender into a plan and into this sense of stillness, this in-between period that we are going to have. And it's not, we don't go 0 to 60, okay? We have to actually, take our time and set these plans and do it one step at a time, rather than all at once, though society wants us to have instant gratification. So let go of that need for instant gratification, instant doing. It's not all about the doing. Sometimes it's about stepping back and being like, okay, all of this stuff, all these ideas I have are all up in the air. So what am I going to do to settle myself and ground myself in this reality? What can I do in this moment to bring about the reality which I desire? So really do take time to take it one step at a time, and this constant surrender. Like, yes, you don't know what's going to happen, and that's totally okay. And now we have the King of Wands. So yeah, like once you get that plan set in stone, in writing, and start taking it one step at a time, then you're going to be the master of your reality. You're going to have that fire within you, and it's not going to be a, one explosion and then you're all burnt out. It's going to be a steady stream of passion, of focused goals. The King of Wands is so good at saying like, okay, I want this in my reality and making it happen, but it has to be a steady flow of flames rather than this shot and then you're done. So really be mindful and take these plans, because then you're going to be the master. Then people are going to start respecting you. And even, for some of you, you might want to get a mentor, because you, and I'm getting especially the feminine energy, because the feminine energies, we see things in more of a circular way. We see everything as one at the same time. We're more fluid in our thoughts. But getting a mentor with a more masculine sense is going to help you compartmentalize your thoughts and focus on your goals rather than being everywhere all at once, okay? Rather than being so ungrounded and so scatterbrained that you don't even know how to make a plan, because you're thinking about, okay, this is my business, but also my emotional life, and also my physical life and romantic life. And, we cluster it all together as feminine energies. And which can be good, because we are able to have that compassion and empathy, but we also need to balance it and be like, okay, I need to sit down and focus. I need to bring in this masculine energy and just focus on this one goal, focus on my game plan, and discard all the other stuff. Just focus on this one point, even if it's just for 15 minutes. And then I could go back to thinking and feeling about everything. But for now, let's just focus on this. So perhaps getting a mentor with a more masculine energy to help you rein these thoughts and these feelings in and be like, okay, you need to do this right now. This is, sit down, let go of, all the other things and just focus on this. And it might just be focus on your mission statement for now. Focus on this for 15 minutes, then we'll move on to the next thing. So really get settled into that ever fixed mark, like Shakespeare says in his sonnets. I think that's sonnet 116. So focus on that fixed mark. And then we have justice. So really, once you start doing this, it's going to be about reaping the rewards. And I'm getting a feeling like you've had a lot of people trying to pull you down, trying to bring you into their melodrama and these lower frequencies. But once you start focusing on this one point, on your goal, and discarding the rest, and shutting out the outside noise, their energy is going to go back to them, okay? You're going to start being successful. They're going to start seeing your success. And at the end of the day, and this isn't bad or good, it's just, it is what it is. The energy that these individuals put out, whether it be negative or positive, is always going to come back to them. So if these lower frequency people are attempting to bring you into drama, to pull you down with them, then they are going to, once you discard that and shut out the noise, they're going to reap what they sow, okay? And you're going to be okay with that. You're going to accept it is at what it is, because that's their life. It has nothing to do with you. That's all the choices they've made. And you're not responsible for their happiness. You're not responsible for taking care of them and making sure that they live safely and freely. And if they want to reach out to you for help, you have to be willing to set boundaries. Perhaps, if you're a consultant or you're an advisor, you start charging them fees, because that's your time. Like, you were there working for them for free for so long, and they didn't take any of that stuff, and they didn't respect it or acknowledge it. Now it's your time to really start being like, okay, you didn't respect it while I was giving you this free advice. Now I'm going to charge you so that you will learn to respect it and listen and follow along with the advice. So really start setting these boundaries and focusing on yourself, reining it in, staying out of the drama, and finding your own inner peace and your own sense of happiness. And then you're going to start, reaping your rewards, and they're going to reap their rewards, whatever that entails for them. And then finally, we have got the 10 of Wands. And so this is really about being fulfilled in your life, this wish fulfillment. So once you start focusing and reining all this stuff in and harnessing your energy, then you're going to see, especially females, like focus on this one point and watch how everything else comes together, okay? So I'm just saying, because it's a lot of feminine energy that just seems very scattered right now, and that's totally fine. But once you start focusing on one goal, that's showing that you're taking care of yourself, okay? So keep that point in front of you and keep following along that point and letting go of any thoughts that might distract, or any worries about relationships and friendships and all these other things. Just stay focused on your goal, and you're going to see how once you start attracting, say you're working on your business, so once you start attracting business clients, and once you start attracting income, and it's a steady stream of income, and then the relationships are going to come around and that are healthy and beneficial to you. Then you're going to have this group of friends, and you're not going to feel so alone because you're respecting yourself, you're setting these boundaries, and you are working on yourself, you are working on your own expansion. And people who are in that mindset are also going to work on their own expansion and be magnetized to you. And you guys are really going to collaborate and start, making wealth and success together, which is, what life is supposed to be about. We're supposed to be working together. So if you liked this video, please hit the like, the subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. If you would like to book a reading, the link is down below, thecosmichaven.com. And I thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a happy new year and take care.